been trying to encourage people to come and speak with us or present work, which is kind of community-based, if you like, or which is a direct consequence to normal, ordinary people. And today I'm very happy that Bashobi has and Asha have agreed to tell us something about their experiences of working in settlements. Not Delhi, I think, it's the other places around. So that, and as the title makes it very clear, to be able to provide basic services.
Bashobi, I'm an architect. Barsha is a planner.
And a development professional.
And we've been working in this field for about 10 years. And I think we've had a very interesting journey. And it will be interesting to share our journey and our thoughts together. Then coming back to while in large cities and towns, our basic infrastructure of water and sanitation is much more planned, organized, and the big towns and cities get serviced. It is really the small towns, peri-urban areas which get totally overlooked. And the people have the same aspirations. They say, we want water, we want this, we want a piped water supply, but we know it'll never happen. So this is where they lack support. They don't have technical people, they don't have any maintenance systems in place. So in this presentation, we are going to share with you 2 sites. And these are low-income, peri-urban, small town. What do we mean by peri-urban? Peri-urban are on the outskirts of the town. What characterizes them is low densities, pretty much no infrastructure. But the management or the municipality is urban, though when you look at it, it doesn't quite really look urban in character. Small town of Delwara, and some work which we've done in Cuttack in Orissa. All the work that we have done has been based very strongly on participatory processes. We've never walked in and said, do this and do this and do this and do this. We have first talked to the people, understood their problems. Then we looked at the site and understood what is available, what is the technology, what is the knowledge, local material, and then tried to find solutions from that knowledge and solutions which are acceptable to the people. So what the problems, I think this problems it is quite clear. These read quite clearly, and these are the things that we are actually trying to address. What has happened in these areas largely is the traditional water sources have been ignored. People have been waiting for the government to give them piped water, which hasn't happened. This government has tried to give water, but through hand pumps and things like that. There is, of course, no sanitation, no sewage, no solid waste management. So I think we should go to that.
Some of you may not be aware, you're quite young. This 1991 census was one of the landmark census which actually pushed India towards the urbanizing front. We were told by 2030 we'll be about 60-70% urbanized, and there was an absolute rapid growth of these small towns and peri-urban areas. So that's when this entire idea got generated. And NFI, I think the organization that I've been working in for the past 12-13 years, the National Foundation for India, was one of the first organizations to start looking at these issues. So as Bashobi has been saying, the idea of this marriage between, as Mr. Ganju also said, the experts and the non-experts, or what we call over here the technical the technology solutions, the technocrats, and those people who actually work on community mobilization, and the people and for whom the services need to be given to, it was a very, very intensive, challenging process. So as Bashmi, it's taken us nearly a decade to actually recognize the fact that it was an effort to this kind of a magnitude. Today, of course, things are much more simpler. So we started with this Delwada was a small Mufassil town, that's where we started. So we started by building up community mobilization. We did a lot of community mobilization. It took us nearly 2 years, I think, of very, very intensive. We worked with a local NGO partner, Seva Mandir, and that's where the structures got built. Because unless the idea was that even if you have to deal with water sanitation, you actually need to start building up a community ownership towards it, which will of course come when we show you. We're not very good with the technical PPTs, but we have it there to aid us in the visuals that you'll see. So the idea was, how do you get these people to come together? These are people who've been living their own lives. Survival has been one of the strongest instincts of these people. So why is it that they should come together to work on something like this? So it took us a period of nearly 12 months of talking, communicating with them, and going through all that that a civil society organization or an NGO does. We did a lot of community organization work. We did a PRAs, PLAs, whatever you call them. We did a rapid assessments. And then we finally realized that water, sanitation, waste, unemployment, and heritage. And Delwada, as Bashmi will show you, is a heritage township. It's a little heritage township, and actually owes the Delwada temple that you see in Mount Abu owes its origin to this small little